Yo, what's up, YouTube? Today I'll be making a video on how to come out and tell your friends, family, significant others, people around you that you're an atheist. Now, for a lot of people, this could be very easy. And then for other people, it could be very hard. Me personally, it was pretty much very easy. My family is pretty much very open to it. But a lot of people, they might come from certain families where it to them it could be the worst thing that they can ever tell their parents, and it's pretty much two backgrounds that you can have when you tell your friends and family that you're an atheist, or at least your family you're an atheist. You're financially dependent or you're financially independent. Now, financially dependent, I want to start off, is you're living in your parents' house. You're pretty much underage, or you're you know younger than 18 or whatever, and you still need your family, your whatever parents to take care of you. Now, me personally, I wouldn't tell them that you're an atheist. But if you really persist on, you really want to tell them, you really want to be upfront with them, then what I would do is I would say, hey, I have a certain friend who stopped going to church. They're an atheist now. Now, looking at their facial expressions, looking at what comes out their mouth, if they say something along the lines like, "Oh, that's cool," I barely believe in half the crazy stories in our religion, anyways. I just go for social reasons, and just tell them you're an atheist. I'm pretty sure they probably wouldn't care. But then if they're like, "You gonna go burn in hell for eternity," and you possessed by the devil, I'm gonna throw some holy water on you, or something. They say something along the lines like that. Yeah, you might want to just keep that to yourself. And I know that it's not good to, pretend to be something else, but it's very, once you got your parents' house and you can financially support yourself, then yeah, you should tell them. But but now if you're financially independent, you're outside your parents' house, whatever, it's really up to you. A lot of times people tell their parents when they're in their 20s, 30s, whatever, that they're an atheist. Sometimes they just brush it off like they don't really care, or they can just, sometimes, I mean, I've seen on Reddit some people, they haven't talked to certain family members in over a decade or so, and that's unfortunate. Even as an atheist, if a certain family member is religious, I'm not going to, disown them. Family is more important than anything to me. But uh, and also depending on what state you live in, I think the most religious state is either Utah or I think it's Mississippi, and then the least religious state is one of the New England states. Now, depending on how religious your certain area is, and if the church is like, sort of the center of town, it can be very, very hard. Even if you're independent, telling them that you're an atheist, you don't want to go, you're not going to church anymore. I mean, some people, they might call you and, sometimes maybe even harass you and say, hey, well, why are you not going to church anymore? And that can be unfortunate as well. But just to put this out here, to put this on the table, you're not the one who believes in the talking snakes. They'll try to reel you back in and say that you need God or a certain religion to be full in life, and you know that personally you don't need that in your life. You don't need to have someone tell you every Sunday that there's something wrong with you, that you have like some sort of deformity because you have human nature and human emotions, and you're not the one who thinks that the world flooded and some man put every animal or species on a boat and he was 600 years old. Just keep that in the back of your head when they're trying to reel you back in, because a lot of people, they'll be closet atheists their whole entire lives and go to church and just put up with it because maybe their wife or their parents or siblings, whatever, are religious. And I don't even want to go through that. Just letting you know that right now. I wouldn't want to sit every Sunday wasting my time going to church. That's to me a waste of time. I can be doing anything's better than going there. But now there is a lot of groups out there. I mean, you just Google atheist groups and you'll get a whole bunch of organizations. If you're in college like I am, there's a Student Secular Alliance, which I'm part of. I'm going to put a whole bunch of links in the description below of just a lot of good organizations that are secularists that can help you, reassure yourself about who you are and stuff, because sometimes it can be hard to be the only person in a room who doesn't pray to the ceiling. It can be hard to have to put up with that all the time. And it's very, very, very reassuring to know that there's other people out there that's like you and share the same views as you, and you're not alone out there. But yeah, and I really hope that this video helped someone. If this video helped at least one person, then I guess I succeeded with this video. But also in the comments below, if you have a certain story, just, you know, share it or whatever, or like share it on the comments below, and I'll comment back. And hey, I like talking and discussing with people. And like, share, click all the buttons down there. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.